50 Cent is about to make a move he says is calling Donald Trump himself to stop him from pardoning Diddy. Meanwhile, shocking photos of Diddy inside Fort Dix have leaked, and 50 Cent is losing it. But here's the real question: why is Diddy walking around prison telling everyone he's getting out soon? Does he know something the rest of us don't?
Don't give a damn. He don't give a damn. He literally is saying he's gonna reach out to Trump to remind Trump of the things that P. Diddy has said about him for the sole express purposes of making sure that Trump doesn't pardon Diddy in the event that Diddy gets convicted of sex trafficking and racketeering. That's what 50 Cent has sworn to do. And I gotta admit to you, that's wild. Damn, you know you got an enemy there when the man want to go out of his way to contact the president, and clearly he has some kind of inroads where he can get to President Trump so President Trump can hear him. He's basically saying, yo, brother need.
Diddy knew there was no way out. Even before his sentencing, his team was already in quiet talks with Donald Trump about the possibility of a presidential pardon. According to senior White House officials, Diddy's lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, reached out directly, hoping to strike a deal that could set Diddy free. And it doesn't stop there. Trump himself has confirmed it multiple times, saying he and Diddy used to be good friends.
For the years, there was some sort of relationship there. President Trump even called him a good friend on a 2012 episode of his TV show The Apprentice. Problem is, some comments Diddy made about Trump in recent years as Diddy really entered the political realm. There's a video where he's speaking to radio host Charlemagne saying, if Trump gets elected, I really do believe in my heart there'll be a race war. In another video on Revolt, he says white men like Trump need to be banished. And by the way, you know who's not letting anyone forget this? Combs' rival 50 Cent. Took to social media recently, wrote, see, Trump don't like S like this, buddy, you run your mouth too much. And Donald doesn't take well to disrespect and doesn't forget who chooses to go against him. While working tirelessly to make America great again, there is no room for distraction. He would consider pardoning anyone who is being mistreated, not Puff Daddy. And let me tell you, the idea of Trump pardoning Diddy is not.
Diddy didn't want anyone to know he'd been begging Trump for a pardon. But somehow, 50 Cent found out. And he wasn't about to stay quiet. In true 50 fashion, he took it straight to social media, posting on Instagram and Twitter, reminding Trump exactly why he should stay far away from Diddy. He even shared old clips from Diddy's anti-Trump rants, calling it a hate campaign to jog Trump's memory. One of 50's tweets said it all. See? Trump don't like stuff like this. Buddy, you run your mouth too much.
Trump need to be banished. Trump gets elected, I really do believe in my heart there'll be a race war. That's why this message is not just to black people. You know what I'm saying? This message is to everybody. This man is really trying to turn us against each other and put us in a situation. America messed up.
Clarifies his comment.
This isn't the first time 50 Cent has gone after Diddy. Just a few weeks before Diddy's sentencing, 50 actually sent a letter to the judge, urging him not to let Diddy walk free. In that letter, 50 described Diddy as dangerous, warning that if he were released, he could go after the victims who spoke out against him. 50 even revealed that he's been investigating Diddy for a long time, and that is planning to expose everything in an upcoming documentary.
Cent said, you know what, you guys? Let me also write a letter to the judge. 50 said, dear Judge Subramanian, I have an ongoing dispute with Puffy for over 20 years. He's very dangerous. Multiple times I have feared for my life. I think you should consider the safety of the general public, Your Honor, before unleashing him upon them. There hasn't been enough time for him to reform or make any adjustments, despite him trying to teach a class in there. As you are already aware, the government has spent the maximum amount of money on deploying federal agencies, which appear to be an army in 2 locations simultaneously. Later, his son, who's dealing with his own rape allegations. Hey, come on, brother. Come on, man. What Christian Combs got to do with this, 50? He claimed that the feds had hit the wrong house. Anyway, Diddy's only going to return to hiring more male sex workers and keeping most of the baby oil away from the general public. And babies need it. My Netflix doc on this scandalous subject is coming soon. Oh man, this is downright evil, you guys. Why would 50 Cent this?
Things aren't exactly going the way Diddy hoped. Because if there's one thing everyone knows about Donald Trump, it's that he doesn't forgive, and he definitely doesn't forget. Back when Trump was running for office, Diddy went on a full-blown hate campaign against him, even launching his own political party to oppose Trump's agenda. And now, it's coming back to haunt him. In a recent interview, Trump admitted that the things Diddy said about him back then are making it very hard to even consider granting him a pardon.
Things have got too serious of a point. Seeing what's going on, white men like Trump need to be banished. That way of thinking is real dangerous. This man literally threatened the lives of us and our families about going to vote.
Stand back and stand by.
Stand back and stand by.
Yeah.
We're in a war. We're not taking this like it's a war. We're taking this like, oh, we're in a presidential election. No, we're in a war of love versus hate. The number one priority is to get Trump out of office. The tribe of people that have the responsibility and really should be scared to death of this man is white people.
Explain.
If this man is elected, we're not standing by no more getting killed. We're not scared of anybody standing up and standing by. We're on the verge of a race war.
Was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think that people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, that relationship busted up. From what I read, I don't know, he didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. You know, it's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So it's not a popularity contest. So, I don't know, I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact.
Believe it or not, TMZ is now reporting that a source close to the president claims a pardon for Diddy could be coming as early as next week. According to the report, Trump has spoken to Diddy directly, and allegedly is seriously considering it if Trump actually goes through with the pardon. Diddy could walk free, getting away with everything he's been accused of.
Just 3 days after Diddy was sentenced to over 4 years in prison on prostitution charges, President Donald Trump seems to confirm he's heard from the mogul's legal team. The comments coming Monday from the Oval Office as reporters asked about a pardon for Jeffrey Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, who's serving 20 years for child sex trafficking.
I wouldn't consider it or not consider it. I don't know anything about it, but I will speak to the DOJ.
Why would she be a candidate for clemency, sir?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to speak to the DOJ. I'll look at it. I have a lot of people who have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy. I think he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him.
Trump and Diddy's ties go all the way back to the late 90s. Diddy was reportedly a guest at the president's 2005 wedding, and they ran in the same social circles.
One mogul after another. It's mogul time.
It's your boy Diddy.
ET's cameras caught them together at this New York charity event in 2000.
One of Diddy's own lawyers has now confirmed the possibility of a pardon, saying that while he can't reveal any details just yet, Diddy is planning something big. According to him, Diddy is preparing a comeback that will shock everyone, a move no one in the industry is expecting.
Trump, as we've just played, said that Sean Combs had reached out to him. Do you know how that happened? Did he write a letter? Did somebody place a call for him? How did that happen?
I know that it did. I'm not going to betray exactly how, but I know that there has been that communication, and I know that obviously Sean would welcome a commutation or a pardon. That's no secret. I saw today with great interest that there was another person who the president commuted his sentence because of
a Bitcoin
what he
person who pled guilty.
Yeah, correct, and got sentenced, and President thought it was an overreach. If that was an overreach, and I forget the exact sentence, but I think it pales in comparison to Sean's. And remember, One of the things that is irksome, if you will, about Sean's, and I call him Sean, the president calls him Puff Daddy. I call him Sean as long as I've known him. One of the things that is somewhat irksome is that the government took a big swing at him, and basically tried to get him into take his entire fortune and net worth and the rest of his life, and they lost. And I think that the 50-month sentence was punitive, if you will. I think, if anything, he should have gotten some consideration for the fact that he took the gamble, he risked it, he went to trial, and basically beat all the mandatory life sentences and beat the mandatory divestiture of all.
The final thing I want to say is this. I asked Joe Tacopina, what about Trump's comment? What does it do to the jury? And he thought it was a nightmare for Diddy that Donald Trump said this. And the reason he thinks that is when the jury goes into deliberations, they could end up saying, well, look, even if we convict him, because we kind of think he's guilty, we're not sure he's guilty, but if we find him guilty, he's probably going to get pardoned because Trump kind of sent that.
Let's not forget, Diddy's ties to the government run deep. For years, people in the streets have whispered that Diddy was working with the feds. Even Suge Knight has claimed that Diddy's been an informant all along, and that the feds would find a way to protect him, no matter what. The cops knew exactly what Puffy was mixed up in, yet somehow, he was never indicted. So now, people are wondering, does Diddy already have a secret immunity deal in place?
On for so long. When we were on the street, we didn't get a day's rest. The government was all over us. The FBI is all over us. They got investigations on us. They got informants. They got surveillance equipment.
He was not cutting you off, but he was an informant for years.
Was he really?
Yeah. That's why when people was like, oh, he's going to run, he's not. It's the reason why these type of people get caught up. They always been telling they bigger than the law because they part of the law, And as you know, all these people get tired of their rats.
That's exactly what Gene Deal confirmed after the sentencing. There's no line Diddy won't cross to escape consequences. He'll lie, he'll beg, and he'll cheat if it means getting out. Gene says Diddy will beg Trump for a pardon and use every tool at his disposal to avoid the sentence. Diddy also knows the reality behind bars. His street reputation makes him a target. Plenty of people are waiting for a chance at revenge, and prison is where payback happens. For him, the risk isn't abstract. It's very real.
That he's going to use every method, whether it's appeals, whether it's Trump, he's going to use every method he can to get out of jail earlier than what he can. He's going to use all his resources to do whatever he has to do. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what he's supposed to do. Don't you think so? He's supposed to use all his resources he can to get out of jail.
You think Trump would do it?
I don't know. Trump is a very vindictive person. And like he said, he didn't say, I used to like the guy, but he didn't say a lot of nice things to me, about me. So if it would come by, if it come by his desk and if something is monetary to Trump and it's his last year, but Diddy should be out before Trump last year. He only gonna do 2 years, bro. He go 2 years, he go to a halfway house. That's it.
Reports from inside Fort Dix say Diddy is planning something massive. Inmates are claiming he's been bragging non-stop about an upcoming pardon, saying he'll be walking out of prison sooner than anyone expects. According to unnamed sources inside the Fort Dix Federal Correctional Institute in New Jersey, TMZ reports that Diddy has been telling everyone that Trump is set to pardon him by early 2026. Some inmates even say Diddy promised to take care of them once he's free, as if his release is already guaranteed.
People that don't know when to shut the hell up. Now look, it's this Diddy thing. Look what he's saying now. Diddy been running around Fort Dix, bragging about Trump supposed to be pardoning him early next year. This is what he's telling the inmates. But I'm gonna tell you why he's telling them that. And I don't like it. See, Diddy think he's slick. See, Diddy know they on his ass, and he trying to figure out between washing clothes and all this other shit, trying to figure out how he can stay cool and stay protected. Well, this is why. This is how. What if I told you sources inside the prison are telling us Diddy is letting fellow inmates know he will take care of them? Why? Because he wants them off his ass, and he's gonna do that when he's pardoned and set free. So you kind of feel me where this is going. Lucky for Diddy, he don't know when to shut up, because he may have had a chance to have a pardon if he was shut the hell up. Now, if Trump was gonna pardon him in early 2026, that shit over now, because he done put it all out there to the world instead of just keeping quiet. What if I told you?
50 Cent isn't finished with Diddy, not by a long shot. Even though Diddy's behind bars, 50 is gearing up to expose everything. He's teaming up with Netflix for a bombshell docuseries titled Diddy Do It. Announced back in December 2023, the series is now reportedly in its final stages of production. Insiders say it's going to pull back the curtain on Diddy's entire criminal empire. 50 insists this isn't about gossip or internet rumors, it's about the truth. The series dives deep into how Diddy's operation really worked, piece by piece. In an official statement, Netflix said, "This is a story with profound human impact, a complex narrative that spans decades, far beyond the headlines or viral clips. We're committed to giving a voice to the voiceless and revealing the truth with authenticity and depth."
50 Cent takes to social media to wish Diddy a happy birthday. 50 Cent took to his Instagram and said, "I told you he'd be alright. His appeal going. Diddy good. Happy birthday, LOL." And he included this video that literally made me cry. Like, what did I just watch? Yesterday, he was also trolling Diddy when these pictures emerged of Diddy in the yard making friends at Fort Dix. 50 Cent said, "He looked happy to me with all the handsome men around. Good morning, New York."
Picture of him smiling and wrote the caption, "Diddy beat the Rio. That boy a bad man. He like the gay John Gotti." Hey, yo, chill. Then he posted this one. He said, "Diddy just told me to tell y'all don't worry about him. He gonna hold it down." I'm not gonna lie, it seemed like 50 Cent happy that Diddy didn't go to jail. As much as he don't like Diddy, I don't think he wanted to really see him in jail doing life.
Diddy walking the prison yard. Here's a photo of Diddy inside FCI Fort Dix in New Jersey, walking around the prison yard. This photo most likely came from a staff member at the prison who probably sold the photo. What this tells me is this institution might be more lax on rules because the first day Diddy was in there, a photo was already leaked. The whole time Diddy was in MDC Brooklyn, not a single...
Unlike Diddy, 50 Cent has nothing to hide. There's no skeleton in his closet that someone like Diddy can dig up and use against him. In an industry full of Diddy's old party buddies and silent accomplices, 50 stands alone, a man who valued integrity over influence. While everyone else was busy chasing fame and partying with Diddy, 50 kept his distance. He refused to compromise his principles for power, money, or a seat at Diddy's table.
Docuseries that you've been working on, Diddy Do It.
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle, you weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations, I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else, but I did feel uncomfortable with the way you represent the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it, just that alone.
So you didn't realize
as much stuff was coming. Like, when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them, and it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like, when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little hard.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also.
Let's not forget the real reason Diddy was transferred to Fort Dix. It wasn't about being closer to family. His lawyers claimed he wanted to stay near New York so his loved ones could visit, but insiders know the truth. Fort Dix offers a special drug treatment program. The RDAP, a 500-hour, 9-month rehabilitation course that can shave almost a full year off an inmate's sentence. And word is, Diddy's team is already working every angle to make it happen. A release date is reportedly being finalized, and if everything goes according to Diddy's plan, he could walk free as early as 2028.
You don't throw out allegations, but like, you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way? Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up?
I don't got that shit in my past. I'm not.
Everybody got a little bit.
Look,
like, not that it's real or not.
I took a pill, but it was for me to perform better. For her to remember, buddy. I didn't fucking give her a drink so she forget what the fuck happened. What the fuck is going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drink. I gave me the fucking drug to perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that. Did it work? What the fuck? Yo, bro, look, I'm doing pretty good. Like, I'm pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying, this is the opposite of normal shit that we're talking about, bro.
That is why. Well, I don't know why it's so hard for people
so
just
for
to
people to feel like you would have something or you would have reserved energy because you feel like you was doing it too. This is people that are looking on separation between their hardships or their the things that they got going on that would be issues and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Wait, what does that mean?
They think all celebrities are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, and when you see, if I wasn't saying anything, guess what? You could safely say that a person on the outskirts that is not involved in hip-hop culture could think that everybody in hip-hop culture is with that shit.
Diddy tried to keep his pardon plan buried deep. He knew that if 50 Cent caught wind of it, the whole thing would blow up in his face. The more noise this story makes, the slimmer Diddy's chances of walking free. No one in power wants their name tied to helping a man with a criminal record as explosive as Diddy's. At first, only one person knew about his secret move: his lawyer, Mark Agnifilo. According to inside sources, Diddy gave him a clear order: talk to Trump. I need a pardon. Get me that pardon.
At the time of the sentencing, a substantial sentence must be given to serve an example to abusers and victims alike. That decision did not sit well with Combs' attorney, Tenny Garagos, who emphasized that her client was found not guilty of the more serious charges in his case. Telling ABC News just minutes after the sentencing, the jury made it very clear in their verdict that they acquitted him of the sex trafficking and the RICO counts. Not guilty means not guilty. Combs' attorney, Alexandra Shapiro, who is leading the team appealing Combs' sentence, described Subramanian's decision to ABC News as totally inconsistent with the jury.
Sean Diddy Combs was transferred to the federal prison in Fort Dix, New Jersey yesterday, where he will start to serve the rest of his 50-month sentence. Combs had been held at a detention center in Brooklyn. He was convicted in July on 2 counts of interstate prostitution. Combs is slated to be released in May of 2028, but could be released earlier for good behavior.
Diddy begging for a pardon, 50 Cent clowning him online, and Trump just sitting back, watching the chaos unfold like it's primetime television. You couldn't script this any better. The irony is almost poetic. After all the shots Diddy took at Trump, he's now hoping that same man will save him. If Diddy really believes that pardon is coming, he might as well start writing his next verse from inside Fort Dix. Because the moment that news drops, you can bet 50's next post is going to break the internet.
A senior White House official declined to comment on, quote, speculation and told us any decision on pardons would come from the president himself. Combs' attorney, Mark Agnifilo, said he has not talked to the Trump administration about it. You mean to tell me that you really have nothing to do with a possible pardon right now?
Nothing. I have nothing to do with a possible pardon.
What is Sean Combs saying about the possibility of a pardon?
I think he knows I'm not political. We've never discussed it other than I tell him what's in the news about it. But you know.
And what's his reaction? Does he laugh? Does he say, let's look into it? What does he say?
Go tell him that I need a pardon. Go tell him I deserve a pardon. That's what he said.
How are you preparing him?
So I tell him what the guidelines are, and the guidelines are about 2 or 3 years. And I tell him, the judge could go above the guidelines.
Do you have any regrets in how you tried this case?
It's a good question. Not really. Not really.
You called the relationship between Combs and Ventura a great modern love story. Ventura said she was raped, physically abused, and became addicted to drugs because of Combs.
I think that's what makes it, the rape we vehemently deny. And I know, I respect that she said that. I don't think the jury concluded that that happened. In terms of the drugs and the other stuff, I think that's what makes it a modern love story. I think she very much loved him, and I know he very much loved her.
Cassie Ventura's attorney told us that Agnifalo's description of the relationship is a, quote, complete disgrace and affront to survivors of domestic violence.
The lawyers, when they were speaking on Diddy being in prison and the circumstances him being in prison, I didn't never hear about this, and nobody ever said anything about this. And I want to know if it's in the prison records. They said one of the guards stopped a dude from shanking Diddy. Now, I'm like, if he was doing all this positive shit in jail, and they was talking about he was, all the inmates loved him, and they was employing him and doing standing ovation, I wonder what inmate was trying to shake him. Was that one of the Tupac? Was that one of the Tupac fans, or that was one of Biggie fans? Because they said that the guard, they said that in court, one of the lawyers, one of the guards stopped one of the individuals that was trying to shank him, bruh. And that was crazy. Nobody, I never, that didn't leak. Everything leaks from prison, but that didn't leak. Nobody wrote home and said, yo, dudes is in here trying to stab Diddy up. But the lawyers mentioned that today. I want to see if they're going to investigate that right there. You know what I'm saying? And base that, or he probably used that, base that on trying to help Diddy getting into one of those camps or one of those programs.